Mate, what can I help you with today?
Look, over the last 12 months, we've had some considerable growth. We've, as we've scaled up, admin's starting to cost us a fair bit, which is eroding our profit margins and reducing some of our service levels due to the increased workload in the back end. And we're having a higher churn rate. What the question is how much of your profits do you sacrifice to implement like a SaaS system to reduce the time spent on those repetitive tasks to increase the client retention over the marketing dollar to bring in more business?
Yeah, good question. What's your industry?
Garden maintenance.
Where are you based?
Melbourne.
So if I was giving you the ability to give a plug to the world right now, what's a URL people could go to find out more?
njlandscapes.com.au.
njlandscapes.com.au. Awesome. All right, so what would I do? First and foremost, yes, I would certainly go software over people, right? Not forever, because you need people around you, but it will allow you to streamline for some of the margin to the bottom line, which you can redeploy in marketing or customers. So I think it's a smart move to go SaaS. When do you jump in? There's a couple of different ways you can go, right? Within SaaS world, there's usually multiple players in any area. So you can start with a free one, and then you can increase over time. They're usually actually really easy to plug and play. Like you could use one for 12 months, export your entire data out, and import it into the next CRM, and you're running from day one. And if that gives you more features and costs you a bit more, you could do that for a while and then go to the big one. So that's one way to go. That protects your cash flow. But here's what I would do. If you are really looking to grow fast in a short amount of time, I wouldn't bother going through that journey. I'd go through the pain of having the most expensive SaaS product that I could get that did the job. So for two reasons. Firstly, it gives you all the features from day one. Secondly, it's a decision that's done, it's behind you, and now you can run. So there's one will conserve capital, one will make you faster out of those two ideas. If I had to choose one, in a business that I wanted to scale fast, I would do the second one. I would just invest in the product. Didn't really matter what it cost me because it's going to save me admin staff. It's certainly going to save me because when admin come in and then quit, right, then that's a nightmare. That actually has quite a high cost to it. Not a physical cost in dollars. You're probably paying the staff members the same amount, but the retraining time, the dip in productivity costs you money. So I would probably invest into the best product you could get. And that's going to make your staff do a better job. You'll probably pick up the cost of the SaaS 10 times over by keeping your admin staff longer, right? And so it's just a good investment from day one. So I'd get in there and I would go and utilize it the best I possibly can. And then once you've got the SaaS, here's an interesting thought that just popped into my mind. I would get the admin team to completely create the systems manual for how to run the system, the SaaS system, so that when they leave in the future, it's much easier to train the new person coming in. They can basically train themselves. So I would have my current admin team implement and document the change to the new SaaS system, and that would de-risk you into the future when those people quit.
Right. So does that, because there's kind of two ways. You can buy the SaaS systems online and get a subscription cloud-based system, or the other option is you're saying go all the way in and start developing your own SaaS systems and build them. So obviously the latter part is very expensive. In an ideal world, I'd love to use a lot of the capital to do that. But the concern I have in building a SaaS system completely customized for our business is, the cost of not getting it right, could severely impact the business. And that's my concern in going all in.
Yep. I probably wouldn't go all in terms of writing my own, right? So quite often, sometimes you cannot get everything you want from one SaaS system, right? That's probably true for any fast-growing business. But there's a product now called Zapier, Z-A-P-I-E-R, I think it is. Basically, it allows you to pull many CRMs together, right? So you can basically, it just publishes their APIs. It can link the things together, and you can basically get what you want. What it does is it links a couple of CRMs or SaaS systems together to give you what you want, and that will cost you a fraction of doing it yourself. You could probably, you could jump online to someone like Upwork, find somebody that can code in a language you like, and get them to tie everything together, and that's a fraction of the cost of doing it yourself. I don't. When I said all in before, I guess I meant something already created, but there might be a really expensive one. Creating your own, I've seen it done. I did it with a plumbing business, and it worked incredibly well. But the teething problems were huge. When you fell out with that developer, taking someone new on was an absolute nightmare. And those sort of things. So I'd want to see you pretty far advanced before you went and did one yourself. But if you could find a CRM that did most of it, or a SaaS that did most of what you're looking for, and then another one that could supplement it, get someone to just stitch those things together to give you what you want. And that's probably a 90-day project. And then once that's done, then you've got the capacity to run, and you can scale quickly from there.